Welcome back, everyone, to Planescape Torment. You're here with Rand Lefebvre, otherwise known as DraxxKraven. I'm trying to find. If I remember correctly, the other named people in the bar are important for determining some of them hold the 5 pieces of the key that will unlock the Deva's cage. Chakaplut. You see a drunken guard. He's dressed in the armor of Kurst's finest, but it looks like all he's interested in is protecting is his bub. He looks you over without much interest, his eyes dead. Who are you? Chakaplut, one of Kurst's elite. He belches. What are you doing here? He points at Tainted Bars. Watching him. They say he's got a tunnel here. I want to see him use it to see if it's true. Waiting, watching. Go away now. I got watching to do. Alright, fair enough. This enormous monstrosity was apparently intended as a joke that no one got. It is dusty and unattended. Fair enough. Kitla. You see a tall, striking woman. She stands staring at the walls of the tavern without seeing them, her hands slowly curling into fists and unclenching. When she sees you, her eyes dart across your clothing and gear and then back to your eyes. A sardonic smile crosses her face and she looks away again. Greetings. Do you always make a habit of talking to strangers? If I need to ask them questions, yes. What a fascinating life you must lead to do such things. Sadly for you, I'm busy. I'd appreciate being left alone. Very well then. Farewell. Donna Kisho. You see a red-haired woman, short and plump. Her face is lined with cares, worries, and hatreds that seem to have festered for far too long. She sneers at your approach and turns her head away so that you cannot see her eyes. She acts as though you can't see her you can't see her if she can't see you. To her, you do not even exist. Farewell then. Nabat. You see an angel-faced man, his eyes squinting nearly shut as if unwilling to watch the world's horrors or to let the world see the horrors inside him, and yet his face is creased with small lines. His voice is friendly and lackadaisical as he greets you. Hi. I had some questions for you. What do you want to know? What can you tell me about this place? What, the Trader's Gate Tavern? It's run by Tainted Bars, over there, and frequented by the folks you see here. Marquez, Kitla, ex-employee Dallin, ex just about everything, and do I ever have some stories about him that maybe I'll tell you sometime. Donna Kisho, whose story I don't know yet. Who are you? Me? I'm Nabat, one-time raconteur, now reduced to selling stories in alehouses. I'm retired for now. Maybe I'll give you a story later. Maybe. You want something? I'm looking for the Deva. What makes you think I'd know anything about that? Seriously, what did you want to know? Nothing. Farewell. Okay, so maybe it's one job at a time, and then it all comes together. Yoink. Dallin. You see a tall man with shoulder-length black hair and piercing blue eyes. Wherever he looks seems to smolder under his gaze. Standing next to him is a quiet young woman, who smiles vaguely at all he says. He turns those bright blue eyes at you and smiles largely. He offers his hand. Dallin, pleased to meet you. I had a few questions. What do you need to know? I've heard about the Deva. You have another question? What do you know about them? All things have their price, and I'm not ready to put a price on that information yet. Maybe later. Tell me about yourself, then. I'm a bard, historian, actor, and all-around entertainer. Fastest fingers in the Outlands. His smile breaks out again. Infectious. At least that's what I tell everyone. Who's your friend? She's a friend. That's all you need to know. She dimples slightly at his side and blushes. Got it. Farewell. Alright, let's focus on killing these slavers. Oh, God. I know better than to linger in a cook's kitchen. I don't want to die.
All right.
Okay, let's check the journal. Assemble the key. Rescue Bars's daughter. Marquez told me to rescue Bars's daughter from the slave. Right, yes. They're in a different part of town, I think. Obviously not one hit by the plague. But who knows? Don't you know there's a lockdown? Okay. I'm assuming this is part of it. I guess not. Oh, something got very upset. Oh. Oh, that's what I get for checking my map. Oh well, thankfully I didn't really do anything important anyway. Okay, all right. I guess we don't go that way. Let's check out other parts of the town. Is this the place? No.
All right.
Doesn't look like it. Maybe it is. What the fuck? Let's not use any magic circles. Let's not summon any demons yet.
Done.
Big yet. Jeez. Are these the guys I'm looking for? Greetings. Greeting to you as well, Carter. What can I do for you? Wanted to ask you a couple questions. I know nothing, I see nothing, and I hear nothing, so I can answer nothing. I'll run along before I have to hurt you. It won't hurt you to try and answer a couple of simple questions. How about it? I've nothing to say to you, Burke. This is your last chance to leave in one piece. Fine. Good day. Let me ask for those directions again.
All right.
Marquez. Where can I find these slavers? To the east in Inner Cursed. Okay. Well.
Done.
Let's go this way. I suspect that's Inner Cursed. Or is it? That's weird. No, I think it's just oh no. Small dwelling. Fair enough.
I'm gone.
I wonder if I could rest there if I couldn't afford a room at the inn.
All right.
Alright, let's try not to crash the game this time. Nice work. We pulled it off. What the hell? Oh, you see a heavy-set harmonium guard. He looks grizzled, grim, and partly drunk. He keeps an eye on the slaves that have been rounding up and talks to you out of the corner of his mouth. What do you want? I'm here to get Tainted Barsa's daughter back. You want to buy her back? Talk to Sketch about it then. He's the one in charge. Who are you? What's it look like? Harmonium recruiters. What are you doing? What does it look like? Sketch calls it recruiting. I call it a slave run. Do I care? Nah, money's good. You want something? You're here to shut down the slave ring. Why tell me? Now I gotta kill you. Because I want a perfectly good excuse to kill you. Looks like we got a lively one here, boys, and I got a quota to kill. Phil.
You see that?
Oh, God. Okay, that's interesting. So we also have to spend some time and attention in order to keep the hostage alive. Yeah, no problem. Let's try to negotiate.
All right.
I'm charismatic. I'm smart as fuck. I'm wise as hell. I'm a mean motherfucker. Sketch. What do you want? I'm here to get Tainted Barsa's daughter back. Are you now? What do you do if I kill her? Kill her. Okay, let's try making some more space between us and them. Nope. Okay. If there's a way to save her life, I don't know what it is.
Damn.
What's up?
Apparently these thugs see a man on fire and think, I gotta get in there.
Done.
Huh. Unfortunate. Well, let's see if Barce freaks out. Unfortunately, I can't think of any
All right.
area of effect spells I could use that would kill them but spare her, you know?
I'm
Let's
gone.
see, let's see what Barce says if we tell him that she's dead. She died as I tried to rescue her. I'll go tell Marquez. Okay. She died as I tried to rescue her. That's a true pity. I'm sure it was unavoidable. This is the first part of the key. Such place eternal justice had prepared for those rebellious. Go talk to Keela. She's got the second part, or I could teach you about weapons. Teach me.
Updated my journal.
Daggers. Yes. Okay.
Updated my
Learn some new
journal.
tricks?
Dakan.
What is your will?
They're things I would know. Oh, okay. So I can talk to more people about things now that that Ravel has revealed horrible dark secrets about them. Hold on. What's my class? Oh, right. Change back to fighter. Okay, that's fine. Can I get more proficiencies? Okay, all right. Oh, this makes me specialize in
What is your will?
in fighter. Yeah, sure. Teach me about. Remind me of the art. Dakan, Ravel called you a slave. What did she mean? The hag? She knows. She knows nothing. Dakan's blade ripples, and you watch as the edges become grayed and dulled. His face clenches, and he speaks through his teeth. It is not my will to speak of this. I want to hear you speak of it. In fact, Ravel said a number of things in that conversation which interest me. Know that your will is my will. When you speak, know I must hear you. Know that your words may stay my blade or guide it to the throat of another. But why? Your path is my path. I have chained to you. You're my slave? At the word slave, Dakan's face collapses in pain as if he was struck. It's as if the word was a dagger, stabbing at the core of his suffering. But why, Dakan? No, it is a long tale, and know that nothing is gained in the telling. Even so, I would hear it.
Updated my journal.
The people do not allow themselves to be enslaved to another in deed or chains. If we find ourselves in such a cage, we act to free ourselves, even if it means we must endure another cage for a time. You performed a great service for me. In so doing, you enslaved me. I acted to free myself. Know that I surrendered my word and myself to act in your name until your death. But I can't die. That was not known to this one. I surrendered my word to him. I surrendered myself. Know that there is now nothing left that I may surrender except my life. Know now that I follow you only so I might die. What was the service I gave you that chained you? You saved this one's life. In exchange, your life became mine. How did I save your life? Upon the roiling plain of limbo, the people shape cities from the chaos with their thoughts. Know that there is no place for a divided mind. Dakan raises the blade from his shoulder and holds it before him. As he stares at it, it sharpens until it's almost as thin as a piece of paper. Go on. A divided mind is an unfocused mind. A divided mind fractures walls and weakens stone. As Dakan speaks, the edges of his blade corrode slightly, the metal misting and melting along the edges. Many divided minds could destroy a whole city. I understand. Continue. Long have I known the words of Zerthamon. Through my voice, many have come to know the words of Zerthamon. The Zerth protect the community from all threats, whether to the body or the mind. They are the guiding stones in the chaos. So it came to pass that I spoke the words of Zerthamon without knowing the words of Zerthamon. It came to pass that I no longer knew myself. So you doubted the words. No. Dakan's voice is edged and his blade sharpens in response. I knew the words. Yet it came into my heart that perhaps others did not know the words as Zerthamon knew them. And so division formed. As my mind became as two, as my mind became divided, those that looked to me as a guiding stone became divided themselves. Many scores of Githzerai, hundreds of scores of Githzerai doubted. Shrak'dalor died that day. So those that followed you came to doubt the words as well, and the city was weakened. The enemies of Zerthamon came. Know that their hatred for his words and the people lent their blades strength. Know that they sensed the weakened city, and they brought war with them. Many Githzerai drowned in the chaos, and beneath the blades of our enemies, small beads of metal appear on the surface of the blade, as if it's blistering. No, this happened so long ago. What happened to you? As I fell from the walls of Shrak'dalor, know that myself was broken. My blade was missed, my mind divided, and I was adrift upon Limbo's seas. I wished to drown. I died for days, my mind awash in division. When death finally came to me, it wore your skin and had your voice. Me? You asked that I hear you. As Dakan says the words, your vision bleeds outwards, and a crawling sensation begins to worm its way through the back of your skull. Surrender to the memory. Everything around you is in turmoil. Your vision is hazy, swirling, dizzying, all at once. There's a mist, pockets of fire, islands of mud, stone, ice-covered rocks swimming through the plain like fish, impacting, dissolving, droplets of water arcing through the howling air and lashing your skin like teeth. You choke back your nausea and you steady yourself. This is the plane of limbo. All is chaos. Nothing is stable. You focus on the dying man that lies before you. It's why you've come to this place. Examine the Zerth, see if he still lives. The man is a Githzerai, his body embedded in an earthen pocket that swirls around him. Unconsciously, he has formed a grave from the elements, and though bits of fire and water lick at his face, he does not respond. His hands are ashen, his coal-black eyes focused on nothing. His emaciated frame speaks of starvation, but you know it's the least of his wounds. It's faith that dealt him the mortal blow. Look for the blade he carries. In his limp left hand is a twisted mass of metal, its surface having melted around his hand like a gauntlet. As you watch, it steams and hisses like a diseased snake. The Githzerai does not seem to be aware of it, but it's that weapon that has brought you here. Dakan, Zerth of Shrak'dalor drowning, last wielder of the Karak blade. Know that I have come to you with the words of Zerthamon, carved not in ice, not in chaos, but in stone, carved by the will of an unbroken circle. At the word Zerthamon, Dakan's eyes roll in their sockets, and they attempt to focus upon you. With effort, he cracks his mouth to speak, but only a dry hiss emerges. You bring forth a stone from your pack and hold it before him so he can see. Know that the words of Zerthamon inscribed upon this stone are true, and know that your divided mind need be divided no longer. All you must do is take the stone, and you shall know yourself again. Dakan's eyes flicker over the unbroken circle of Zerthamon, and for a moment you think he might be too close to death to recognize it. Then the right hand twitches, and he pulls it slowly from its earthen prison, the clumps of earth streaming off it, becoming water in Limbo's chaotic winds. His skeletal hands clutch the stone like a drowning man, and his eyes flash. Know that I have saved your life, Dakan, Zerth of Shrak'dalor.
Updated my journal.
Dakan's eyes turn from the stone and flicker over you, and he hisses again, too dry for a moment to muster the words. He blinks slowly, then speaks, his voice barely above a whisper, but the words are what you wanted to hear. My life is yours, until yours is no more. Close your eyes, return to the present. I heard your words. The chaos in my mind became still. I knew myself again. So you got the circle from me.
Updated my journal.
Yes, in knowing its words, I knew myself. But did it save your life, Dakan? Or did it divide you further once you studied the circle? Dakan is silent for a moment, but his blade writhes as if in pain. He is slow to speak again, and when he does, his voice is somber. It divided me. Then did I save your life, Dakan? Or did I only add to the pain you already felt? Those words of Zerthamon's, they only seem to divide you more. I see it when you pore over the teachings. Dakan is silent. I say that I never saved you, Dakan. I only raised you from near death so you might die again. If you had died at Shraktalor, then you would have known peace. Your words carry the weight of truth. The death I would have died at Shraktalor, that would have been the last death. Every day I have lived since is a new death. You need serve me no more, Dakan. I never saved your life. I killed you twice. You owe me nothing. No. It is not your word that carries the weight, and your word will not free me. The word that chains me is mine. The torment is mine. I know in my heart that the chains remain. Words will not free them. Is there any way you can be freed? You must die a final death. Your path is not death's path. There is no resolution to this matter. I swear I will find one, Dakan. I will find one that sets you free.
Updated my journal.
Dakan's voice becomes ragged as if he has suddenly become sick. No, you have added other words to my words. His expression is pain and his gaze meets yours. Now you have chained us both. Oh, holy shit. Okay. Then we'll be in chains together until he is free. Might be the only just thing to do.